since Katie brought up the copay, and I want to put some numbers to this. So I want you to think about to be eligible for Medicaid expansion. These are folks that make up to 138% of the federal poverty line. So how much is that? For a single person, this is someone who makes $1,800 a month. For a family of four, it's someone who makes $2,483 a month. Many of these people are also on SNAP benefits, which are also being cut, which gives them $7 a month, basically, to supplement their food. Many of these people are struggling to pay their rent or their mortgage if they're lucky enough to live in a house. So think about the average monthly cost of some of the things that you pay. The average utility bill is over $100. You have your average rent, food, groceries prices are going up. Ground beef right now is like $6. So think about, you now have to choose. You're losing your SNAP benefits. Even if you're able to stay on Medicaid, you have to choose between, am I going to go get a primary care exam and pay a $35 copay? Or am I going to use that $35 to pay my electric bill? Am I going to use that $35 to feed my family? These are the decisions that people are already making even when they're on health insurance. And they're going to forego that preventative care visit. They're going to put it off until they physically can't put it off anymore. Then it's going to be a whole lot more expensive if it can be treated at all. So, and what's particularly frustrating is employers don't have to provide health insurance to anybody that works less than 30 hours a week. There are a lot of employers that intentionally will hire people for 29 hours a week. There are a lot of people who are working 2 jobs, but they can't get health insurance because they don't work the hours to get it from either employer. Or you have people like someone who spoke on our first press conference who works construction, hurt his back, so he can't get a job in construction. And he's tried to find another job. But he's worried about, how am I going to afford my care if I have to prove, while I'm trying to treat my injury, that I'm working when I can't get a job because of my injury. And so what my colleagues on the other side of the aisle in the committee said was, we're just trying to strengthen the system so that it's around for everybody. But nothing that this bill does addresses the root causes of the cost of care. All it does is say, we're going to put more barriers in the way to the people that need it the most. And oh, by the way, those same people, we're going to make it harder for you to get food. When we go back to Washington on September 2nd, we're in the middle of a budget fight for the next fiscal year, which starts at midnight on October 1st, where they're talking about cutting rental assistance and housing assistance. It's the same population of people. And the Trump administration and the Republican majority came into office saying, we are going to focus on lowering people's costs. But most of what they have done since, and especially with these cuts, is raise everybody's costs. And when I go across the Commonwealth, whether I'm talking to Democrats, Republicans, independents, rural, suburban, urban, they all say, I want to know that if I get sick, I can get access to care without going bankrupt. I want to be sure that I have a chance for my children to have a better shot than I did, and I want to live in safe and healthy communities. That is what Congress should be focusing our attention on right now, not making it harder for people to get those things.